नमः पार्वतीपतये गोविन्दनामसंकीर्तनम् सन्ध्यारम्भविजृम्भितम् श्रुतिशिरस्थानान्तराधिष्ठितम् सप्रेम भ्रमराभिराम अभिप्रद्वासनाशोभितम् भूयेन्द्राभरणम् पुनः पूज्यम् गुणाविष्कृतम् ते श्रीगिरिमल्लिकार्जुन महालिङ्गम् शिवालिङ्गम्।
जय जय शंकर, हर हर शंकर।
Yeah, namaste children, namaste parents. Once again, I'm very happy to see you all here. So before starting Adi Shankara's story, we'll start with an invocation, with a prayer. Om Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chadurbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnobashantaye Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Guruve Sarvalokanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Nidhiye Sarva Vidyanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha தென்னாடுடைய பெரியவா போற்றி எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி சர்வஜ்ஞா சர்வவியாபி பெரியவா சரணம் மாயப் பிறப்பருக்கும் மகா பெரியவாடி போற்றி. So actually before going to the stories, I wanted to announce something. Like before going to the story of Adi Shankara, I would like to announce something. We are going to celebrate Adi Shankara Bhagavad-padal's Jayanti. This Shankara Jayanti is on May 16th here, and but May 15th is a Saturday. So we'll have that every time we are having sessions on Saturdays, isn't it? So May 15th is a Saturday, and May 5th, that is before May 1st, May 5th, and May 15th. So from May onwards, that is all the 3 Saturdays we will have a celebration. That is, we'll have some interactive programs on all the 3 Saturdays. So I would like to invite you, all of you, to participate in this event. So I'd like to give some examples. See how this event will be. I'll give you some examples. See, when you children, you should all participate in this. You can, you all can, give us some kind of 1 or 2 minutes presentation about, Adi Shankara, of some of the incidents from the Adi Shankara story. Some of the incidents from the Adi Shankara stories you can give. That is why you liked this incidents of Adi Shankara. I'll give you some example. I'll share you an example. Just a minute. I will share. Just a minute. Just a minute. Yeah, can you all see this? Can you all see this? Huh?
Yes. Yes.
See, this is this is how it will be. Like, see, you can take 1 or 2 minutes or 2 minutes, and you can have 10 sentences like this. You can say your name, like, my name is so and so, and I'm studying in this grade in this school, and I live in this city, state, the name of the state you are living in, and today I'm going to. So this is an example I'm going to give you. Okay. Today I'm going to talk about one episode, and I like the most from Shankara Charitra. That is, see, I have given some example, like little bit example, that Aryamba and Sadguru were childless for a long time. They intensely prayed to Lord Shiva to bless them with a son. So Shiva appeared in their dreams and asked, do you want one son who will be intelligent, but he'll be short-lived, And next option is several sons who will be very dull-headed but will have long life. So Shivaguru prayed to Shiva to bless him with one son who will be very intelligent and well-mannered. So the next day, Shivaguru and Aryamba narrated their dreams to each other and felt very happy. In due course of time, Shankara was born to Aryambal. Shankara became the world-renowned philosopher and a great saint. So I like this episode the most because Shivaguru made the right choice and asked for an intelligent son, because of which Adi Shankara was born and lived in this earth. The end. See, this is how you should, you can prepare. You can pre-prepare all the things, and you can, present it before us. And we will be the spectator there. We will be there, and you will all be there. You can do the presentation like this, and you can even, there will be crossword puzzles where you can, solve the crossword puzzles, and you can, submit it, or you can even, I will share the drawing. See, can you all see the drawing? 1 minute. I will stop sharing this thing. And again, I will, yeah. See, can you all see this drawing? See, this is the drawing,
Did you draw that? Who drew that?
Yeah, my son and my daughter. They drew this picture, and they were submitting for robotic competition. So they have all the LED lights here glowing, and this is like a Kanakadara Stotram, See? And they drew this. My son and daughter, they drew this picture, and you can also draw like this, draw like this. Picture of any incidents, any picture of Adi Shankara. You can also have, see, all these things will be posted in the site, okay? You will have everything in the website. Just I wanted to give you an introduction like that. We'll have a celebration of Adi Shankara Jayanti on that, in the month of May. So we will interact with each other. By that time, I will finish off all the stories of Adi Shankara, and I will give you all the summary of the story of Adi Shankara and all, so that you can recollect it. You can do so many things. So you can find everything in the website also. We'll post it, and you can, if you have any questions also, you can, post on the WhatsApp group, and you can do everything. Okay. So this I want to tell you, because, you can also chant slokams, Adi Shankara slogam, even small slogam, that's okay. Yeah, everybody will have some, will have the opportunity to present. So everybody can do that. Okay?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So I have a question on this.
Yeah.
So when we're presenting, do we have to make it a Google Docs and present it, or could we just narrate?
Yeah, we will all, you can narrate, or you can record it and you can send. Yeah, that's that thing we will, we will tell you later on, okay? We'll put in the website, okay? Yeah, we'll do that afterwards, okay? So,
thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you can have all these things. Yeah, we will celebrate that in a grander manner. You can celebrate this Adi Shankara Jayanti. We are going to celebrate in a very grand manner, okay? Our first our acharyas, Mahapariva feels very happy when you are celebrating Adi Shankara's Jayanti. He always says that, Krishna Jayanti, Ramanavami, we are all celebrating all those functions. If you celebrate Adi Shankara's Jayanti, he'll be very happy, and he will bless us all. So, so now we can go to the story, isn't it? So we'll all go to the story. Further, we'll see Adi Shankara's story now. Okay. So everybody you can all go to mute, so that I can narrate the story. So in the last session, what happens? We saw Adi Shankara, showed his respects, love and affection to his mother. Last time we have seen about Adi Shankara's mother and how Adi Shankara did everything, right? So he debated with all the people, having a hostile philosophy, and and debated with the people with the different doctrines, different kind of doctrines, and established the highest knowledge of Advaita, isn't it? Advaita philosophy. So he covered the whole of India. He covered the whole of India establishing his 4 disciples, that is principal disciples in all parts of India. So in north, south, east, and west, he established 4 matams or pedams or matams or ashramams or matams. From there, they would take care of the that part of the region, that part of region in India, to protect our Vedic tradition and to guide the people and and they became Shankaracharya. All those acharyas, the 4 matams, principal disciples, they became Shankaracharya of each in each direction of each directions, and those matas, pitams are still there today, and the parampara continues. Okay, so now we will see elaborately where he traveled. Okay, where he traveled. It's called a Digvijayam. Vijayam means it's a traveling. Okay, Digvijayam of the entire Bharatam. Shankara traveled. So Shiva himself is Adi Shankara. See, we have said already, you know, Shiva himself is Adi Shankara, and he came down to the earth as Shankaracharya in order to give us knowledge, the highest knowledge. So there is a very popular verse. If I could remember, I can tell you that slogam.
Alert from Google Chrome. RC, word of the week.
Okay. And there is a popular verse or very popular verse, which if I can remember that, I could say, I would say that. It goes like this. Ajnanandar Gahana Patitan Atma Vidyopadena Shah Tradum Lokan Bhavata Vahishika Tabhavabhakshyamanan Mukta Maunam Vatavitabino Mulato Nishpatanti Shambhor Murtir Sharati Bhuvane Shankaracharya. Maybe I would have made some mistakes there. This is how the slogam is. That is, it says, this is a popular verse where everybody uses this slogam. It's a very popular verse. This verse says, Acharya Shankara, that is Adi Shankaracharya, is Sakshat Shambhor Murti. Shambhor Murti means Paramashiva himself. He is Shambhor Murti. He is indeed Shiva himself. So all Shankaracharya's disciples, you know, all Shankaracharya's disciples have written so many books about Acharya, Adi Shankaracharya, and they have all written Acharya as Shiva only. They have all seen Adi Shankaracharya, that is their guru, as Parameshwara himself. So if you take Padmapadacharya, Padmapadacharya have, you know, I wrote about him as Shiva. That is a verse, you know, Namami Abogi Parivara Sampatam. Like, you know, he recollected him as Parameshwara, as Shiva. And Sureshwaracharya also wrote him as Shiva. Like, Shivayevan Samshayaha. Like, there is no doubt. There is no doubt. Such a guru is Shiva, he said. So many, all the disciples have, you know, have written or explained and have seen Adi Shankaracharya, has seen their guru as Parameshwara himself. So this is so much blessed for us, you know. Like, you know, Parameshwara himself has, you know, has come as Acharya and is giving us the highest knowledge. So we are all blessed to have Acharya, that is Adi Shankaracharya, as our guru. So we got the avataram of Shankaracharya. So what is the purpose of this incarnation? Why, you know, why Shiva has, you know, Shiva descended as Adi Shankaracharya? Why? Because why? What is the purpose of this incarnation? The purpose is to give us knowledge from which we can rescue us from darkness of ignorance. Darkness of ignorance. So nothing is more dangerous than ignorance. Okay, we have to know the knowledge of self. So there is only one disease and one remedy. The disease is ignorance, and the remedy is knowledge of the self, one's own real nature. So he came down Shankaracharya, that is Parameshwara, he came down as Adi Shankaracharya to give us the Atma Vidyopatesam, means the Atma, the Vidya, Atma Vidya, knowledge. Vidya means knowledge. Atma means self. So why is Atma Vidya necessary? Why is Atma Vidya necessary? Because there is all suffering in the world. We can see so much of suffering in the world. So first you should know that there is suffering. First you should know there is suffering, because the vision of suffering, the vision of suffering, you will not have, if you have the vision of, if you don't have the vision of suffering, you will not have the enough force to transcend it. Okay, so that is why in order to remove the sufferings, Acharya traveled across India to teach this highest knowledge, to give this highest knowledge. So we will take a tour with Acharya now. We'll take a tour with Acharya wherever he went, and we will see where he went, and we will see that. Okay, he traveled to every part of our country. Okay, he has placed his feet on every part of our country. So if you take Tamil Nadu, okay, in Tamil Nadu, okay, we can see he traveled to many temples. He traveled to Chidambaram. I have already told you about Chidambaram. Chidambaram is one of the very holy place. There, excuse me, where Lord Nataraja resides there. Chidambaram, in Chidambaram. So he placed there Anna Akarshana Yantram. Anna Akarshana Yantram there, because Anna means food. Because hunger, hunger should not be there anywhere. If you feel hungry, then hungry is a very dangerous disease. So nobody should suffer from hunger, isn't it? All of us should get food. All of us should get, we are all getting meals daily. Our mother is giving us food, and she is preparing breakfast, lunch, dinner, and everything. So whatever we want, we are getting it. That is all because of the grace of Acharya, isn't it? So, but there are so many people there are so many children also deprived of food, and so because so what happened is, that is why we have to follow one thing, that is, before eating, we have to place our food before God. Before God. That's called Nevedyam. Nevedyam means, offering our food before eating. We are offering the food to God and thanking God for giving us food. Okay, and then we should take our food. So if you eat without offering to God, it becomes only sadam. That is only mere rice. Okay, but if you offer to God and then take it, it becomes prasadam. You get prasadam from the temple, isn't it? That's a God's offering. Okay, after offering to God, you are getting that as prasadam. So if you take the prasadam, you won't become sick. See, that's how it goes. Okay, so he placed that Anna Akarshana Yantram before Natarajar and Chidambaram. And now after going to Chidambaram, he traveled. He went to Madhyarjunam. Madhyarjunam means Mahalingam, where a big lingam is there. Madhyarjunam is a place where, Thiruvidai Marudur. There's a place called Thiruvidai Marudur. That's called as Madhyarjunam, and where a big lingam is there. There are so many lingams called by so many names. You can, you would have heard about Kapalishwarar, Patalishwarar. So many lingams name is like that. Someshwarar. So many names are like. But this is called Mahalingam. Mahalingam means a great lingam. That's a very big lingam is there in Madhyarjunam. So he went there, and before that we have seen that he went to Sri Sailam, isn't it? Sri Sailam, there he was there in Sri Sailam, and there Kapalika came there, and we have seen all those stories, isn't it? That is called Mallikarjunam. This is called Madhyarjunam, and that is called Mallikarjunam. There, Adi Shankara wrote a famous verse, beautiful verse called Shivananda Lahari in Mallikarjunam. Now here in Madhyarjunam, what happened? The lingam, that is a big, very big lingam. I told about this very big lingam, isn't it? This lingam opened its mouth. How it opened its mouth? The top of the lingam, it opened, and a hand appeared and said, Advaitame Satyam. That means Advaita philosophy is the true philosophy. So here what happened, this Bhagavan itself, Bhagavan means the deity, the home, the Lord itself, himself acknowledges the philosophy of Advaita philosophy of Adi Shankaracharya. So then he reached Trichy. Trichy means Tiruchirapuram. It's called Tiruchirapuram. That's called Tiruchirappalli. Trichy. Trichy is one of the place, and near that there is a one big kshetram called Thiruvanaikkavil. Thiruvanaikkavil, there is a very big deity, Akhilandeshwari, Ambal, goddess Akhilandeshwari. There he placed two rings, like a Sri Chakram and Shiva Chakram. Two Thadangam, that's called Thadangam, earrings for goddess. So he placed that there in Akhilandeshwari temple. From there, he went to Sri Rangam. See, this is all see, we are going a tour in Tamil Nadu. Okay, he went to Chidambaram, he went to Trichy, he went to Tiruvadaimardur, and then now he is coming to Sri Rangam. Sri Rangam, there is a very big, he had a darshan of Ranganatha Perumal. See, if you have time, you can all, Google it and see where Trichy is and Akhilandeshwari Kovil, how this Akhilandeshwari Kovil is, how the Sri Rangam is, and how the Ranganatha Perumal is. See, everything you can see in the Google map. At least you can see. And if you know the deities and the places there, if you go to India, sometimes you can go and visit those places, and you can also feel that Adi Shankara once he was in those places, in Sri Rangam and all. Sri Rangam, there is a very big Ranganatha Perumal there, and he placed there Jana Akarshana Yantra. Okay, Jana Akarshana. There in Chidambaram he placed Anna Akarshana Yantra. In here he placed Jana Akarshana Yantra. Jana means people. It attracts people. Ranganatha Perumal is incarnation of Narayana himself, isn't it? He's a Krishna himself. Krishna always attracts everybody. So he attracts people. So there he placed Jana Akarshana Yantra. Then what happened? Then here, in this Sri Rangam, all the saints have come. All the saints will go to this Sri Rangam place. You can see all the bhaktas. They have sung so many songs in praise of Sri Rangam, Ranganatha Perumal temple. From there, he went to Madurai. Madurai, he had darshan of Meenakshi Amman. And there he, praised Meenakshi Amman with Meenakshi Pancharatnam. That's also a beautiful, song, beautiful slogan, Meenakshi Pancharatnam. And praised that Tundi Ganapati there. And then he went to Tiruchendur. Tiruchendur is a Murugan place, Kartikeya or Muruga, whatever it is. Like he went to that Tiruchendur. It was said that, in some books it is said that, there was one scholar there in Tiruchendur. His name was Abhinava Guptar. And he made some abhicharika, means he cursed Shankara because he became jealous of Adi Shankara. Because, Adi Shankara was a very expert, scholar, he was an exponent and all, no? So he became very jealous and he cursed Adi Shankara, and Adi Shankara became sick. So Adi Shankara there, he chanted Subramanya Bhujangam. It's a very famous song and very beautiful song, Subramanya Bhujangam. You should all, hear about all these songs. Subramanya Bhujangam, Meenakshi Pancharatnam, and everything you have to hear and you have to learn all the songs because it's all beautiful songs, sung by Adi Shankara himself.
I can sing the whole Subramanya Bhujangam.
Very good, very good. Yeah, that's how. Yeah, Subramanya Bhujangam is a nice song. So there he chanted Subramanya Bhujangam, a very beautiful song. So then he got rid of that, some disease. He got some disease and he got rid of that, fever or anything. So then he went to Tirupati. Everybody would have gone to Tirupati, yeah. So Tirupati, he had the darshan of Venkatajalapati there. Venkatajalapati, there he placed Dhana Akarshana Yantra. That's why, whomsoever who goes to Tirupati, we offer something to God. There's a very big hundi there. We offer something in the hundi there in the Tirupati, isn't it? So he's said to be the richest God. That's called Dhana Akarshana. Because, Adi Shankara placed the Dhana Akarshana Yantram there. He attracts money. So he also gives money. That's what the people say. So he's a very rich God. So he went to then Padmanabha Swami Kovil in Kerala. There he got darshan of Padmanabha Swami. So now from there, he started moving northwards now. Northwards. So he went to, now he is already in Andhra. Andhra, there is this Tirupati and all. It's in Andhra. He went to Andhra, have darshan of, Venkatajalpati. Now he started moving northwards. He went to Narmada River. So Narmada River, do you all remember Narmada River? Narmada River is a holy river. Where,
Yes.
what happened at Narmada River? See, in Narmada River only, he took sannyasam, isn't it? Adi Shankaracharya, he took sannyasam in the banks of river Narmada, isn't it? So, he went to Triambakeshwara there, near Narmada River. He went to Triambakeshwara, he went to Someshwaram, and there
The crocodile bit him there.
yeah, that is in Kerala. That is in Kerala. Yeah, it's in birthplace. And afterwards, he came to Narmada River, isn't it? He met Govinda Bhagavad Padacharya. He got sannyasam. So again, he is going to that place. And he got darshan of Triambakeshwarar, Someshwarar. And there he had darshan of Somanathapuram and all. He traveled to all the Dwadasa Lingam. Dwadasam means 12 lingams, famous lingams. So all the 12 kshetrams, he went and he, sang in praise of beautiful slogans of all those 12 lingams. Then he traveled to Dwaraka. Dwaraka is a place, it's a Mokshaburi. It's called Mokshaburi because Dwaraka is built by Lord Krishna himself. So he set a madam there in Dwaraka and appointed Padmapadar as the Acharya of that mud. So previously we have seen Sringeri, isn't it? Sringeri is a place where there is a Sringeri madam is there, and Sureshwara Acharya was appointed as a supervisor of that madam, of that mud, Sringeri mud. Now he is setting up another madam in Dwaraka, where he appoints Padmapadar as the Acharya. Then after that Dwaraka, then after going to Dwaraka, he went to Mathura, Ayodhya, Vrindavan, everywhere. Everywhere there he went, he traveled, and he has, chanted many slogans on Lord Krishna. Yamuna River, Yamuna Ashtagam, so many things, so many slogans he has chanted, so many things. And then slowly he traveled all around India, all parts of India. And then slowly he went to Kashi, and then he went on the western, this side also, like he went to Puri Jagannath, and he set one more madam there, and appointed Hasta Malagar as the, as the Acharya of that mad, Puri Jagannath. And then he traveled to Kashmir. So all the extreme north he traveled to, he reached Kashmir. So Kashmir, Kanchipuram, Kashmir, Kanchi and Kashi, all those places, so many pandits will be there, so many scholars, many learned persons, many scholars only live in such a place, such places. So there is a Peetham called Sarvagnya Peetham there in Kashmir. Sarvagnya Peetham means this Sarvagnya Peetham is there, this Peetham was there many years, several thousands of years it was there, from many thousands of years. And this Peetham, the gate of this Peetham will be opened.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
What is a Peetham?
Peetham means mutt or ashram. You can say it as an ashram. Okay.
Oh, excuse me. Thank you.
Yeah, madam, we say madam, or ashram, or mutt or Peetham, we say like that. Ashram, you can say it as an ashram also. Okay. So this Sarvagnya Peetham is a place in Kashmir where the gates will be opened. The gates of this ashram or Peetham will be opened only for the all-knowing or fully knowledgeable person. Okay, Mahavidwans, we say Mahavidwans. Okay, though for those persons, even for Mahavidwan also, something you may not know. See, you may be an expert in, say for example, if you are expert in math, you don't know chemistry. If you are expert in music, you don't know a carpentry thing. See, if you are a carpenter, you don't know how to speak in English. So if you know English, you don't know how to speak in Tamil. So that's how. But all-knowing person is such that he knows all arts. That is 64 types of arts he knows. Adi Shankaracharya knows everything. All-knowing person. Yeah, all knowledgeable person. So for only those persons, the gates of this Sarvagya Peetham will open. So when Acharya arrived there, the gates automatically opened. This shows that Acharya was a Sarvagya. Sarvagya means all-knowing person. All-knowing person. So he sat on the Sarvagya Peetham there, So there in Kashmir. So the king of the Kashmir, he became, overjoyed. He was overjoyed and he named one of the mountain peak there as Shankaracharya Giri. So then he went to Badrinath. From Kashmir, he went to Badrinath, Kedarnath, Alagananda, everywhere. There is all places there. So he got, when he went to Badrinath, he got the direct darshan of Sriman Narayana himself, Vishnu. He got the direct darshan of him. And he, praised the Lord, and he went to Kedarnath, he went to Alagananda. Then in Badrinath, near that Vishnu Prayagai, he established the third madam. Third madam means first madam is Sringeri, supervised by Sureshwaracharya. Second madam is Dwaraka. Acharya is Padmapada Acharya. Then now the third madam is in Badrinath, near Badrinath. It's called Jyotir Math, Jyotishmati Math. That is called, and appointed Thotakacharya. Thotakacharya as the Acharya. So he appointed, that's a Giri. So we always say that, the name will be added. Giri will be added. Thotakacharya is appointed as a Acharya of Jyotir Math. There here, Puri Jagannath, there is another one more Math, and Hastamalakar is appointed as the Acharya in that. So from Badrinath, he established that madam and appointed Thotakacharya, and from, he enjoyed there, in Badrinath, he saw his previous gurus, like Govinda Bhagatpada Acharya, Gaudapada Acharya, every, all those gurus, they were sitting there, and he had the darshan of all those gurus. So from there, see, he went all around India, and from there, he planned to go to Kailash. Kailash is the abode of Lord Shiva. So from there, he wanted to go to Kailash. So now he is planning to go to Kailash. So we have toured with Adi Shankaracharya to all these places. And now, in the next session, we'll be going to Kailash. Okay, along with Adi Shankaracharya, we'll go to Kailash and see how Kailash is and how, he got the darshan of Shiva. Okay, himself. He himself is Shiva, but he had the darshan of Shiva. Okay. So we will see that, okay? So now I will conclude this session with this, and we will finish off with.
I think Maharshay has some question.
Yeah.
I've been to a Sringeri temple in USA with my cousins.
Wow, that's so nice. So nice to hear. Yeah, very nice. See, you should all go there. You should all go visit those temples, visit the acharyas, and have darshan of our, acharyas and all. Okay. So we'll conclude today's session with Purnamada and stay here to hear.
Once again, Ananya, do you have any question? You have raised the hands.
Well, I went to Kanchimattam and I saw Pudu Periva.
Wow, that's so nice. Even I have seen Pudu Periva. And
I also went.
You also went there? So you're all blessed. See? We are all so blessed, Now we should know the stories of them also, so that we will know more about acharyas now. Now we will have, we will know more about, if we know more about acharyas, then it will be more interesting to know about, when you see acharyas, you will remember all those things, whatever we have learned here, we will all remember that. And, certainly it's a very good thing that you have all gone there and got blessings from acharyas. Very nice to hear. So we'll conclude this with Purnamada. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Shanti. Ram Ram.
Ram Ram. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ram Ram.
Ram
Ram Ram.
Now have the yoga class. Ram Ram.